Welcome into the Film Guy Network. It's football season, which means I've got a film study for you. What's up? You really like that? Let's shut up and grind some tape.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome into the Film Guy Network on a fabulous Monday morning here inside the studio. It's always a great time to work with you, Jonathan, but it's a really good time to work with you when we got fresh football to watch, fresh film to break down, even if it is TV copy, which is what we got. No offense, but we not going to break any laws on running down the all 22 on these spring games. I don't know what head coach is coming and fighting me and shooting me. So we're going to use that TV copy that they were grateful enough to give us. Shout out to Georgia. Shout out to A&M, the only two SEC schools in the country to actually televise their spring games. So with that, we're going to get a heavy breakdown on both these football teams. Their fan bases are going to enjoy that quite a bit, or at least we hope they do. So this is part one of part two with this Georgia spring game. Tomorrow we will have part one of part two from the A&M spring game. Okay, so we are going to take our time with this. We are going to squeeze the life out of this spring game on both these fronts. I thought it was a good day, Jonathan, going back and looking at it. We're going to coach some quarterbacks hard, though, today, okay? No hard feelings, no soft feelings. Don't be soft around here. Everybody receive a hard coaching today. All right, everybody good with that? Everybody ready? Here we go. We got a couple rules right here. If you want anything about the game of football today, you must subscribe. If you want anything about your favorite football team today, you must subscribe. If you have any fun at all today, you must subscribe. Let's shut up and let's grind the tape. All right, we're going to open up with the opening kickoff, Jonathan. I didn't love this. I ain't going to lie to you. I didn't love this at all. We fumbled the opening kick right here, okay? We put this dang thing on the turf with a little bit of we just barely get touched. We get barely touched by our own guy right there, okay? Our own guy right there. We fall down to the ground. We ultimately fumble the football. Can't have this. Two hands on the ball. When we get into this traffic right now, we ought to be covered up, right? We ought to be covered up, one arm across the other arm, and that ball is out for sure. And that would be a recovery by number 27. Hey, just general rule of thumb, the ball's on the ground. Will somebody act like the ball's on the ground, please? I know it's a scrimmage game, but it's the damn first snap of the game. I know this is thud period. I know we're not tackling the returner. I know all these things. But that's not how we start a spring game, okay? That's not ideal. All right, let's go on to the actual football, okay? Not the special teams isn't, okay? Not the special teams isn't. Let's go to 121 right here. I thought this was worth noting, Jonathan. Tyler Williams in with the ones. We sat there all spring being like, hey, where's this Tyler Williams cat at? You know what I mean? What's going on here? Love the way he looks. Anytime you ever walk out to practice, you're like, who is 13? 13 is Tyler Williams, okay? No London Humphreys, no Zacoby White-Helton. London plays Z. Zacoby plays slot. I would imagine Tyler is Zacoby's backup. Is that what this is telling me? Potentially. That's potentially what it's telling me right here, right now. Okay, so I thought that was worth noting and worth pointing out. Also worth noting and worth pointing out. Holy hell, did Chauncey Bowens look juicy, twitchy, bouncy, all the above? Okay, this guy looked impossible to tackle. Later, we're going to show 4 high-quality SEC starters just whiffing like they're a sub-200 hitter at the plate in the MLB. I'm talking about whiffing, okay? Big-time runner right there. I mean, even this arm tackle late by Chris Cole does a great job unzipping his feet. Probably overruns it just a little bit. Jonathan want to be near hip, near shoulder, okay, right here. But, runs through contact really well right there. It's 3 or 4 yards after contact. Hey, how about a 13-yard gain on one of them dumbass screen passes? Amen? Amen. Hey, we love that. We love that. It's also not a screen pass, by the way. We are driving vertical here. We are driving deep overs here. We are swinging with the tight end, okay? So what we started realizing was, hey, if we're going to chip the tight and swing the back, meaning we're going to burn the tight end on protection, okay, and we're going to swing the back for a hot, you hear me talk about that all the time. Well, why don't we swing the tight end and swing the back for a hot? That way, if we have to play hot, if everybody hard bails, which, by the way, they do, if everybody hard bails, not only do we have something in the flat, but now we have a lead blocker for the ball carrier in the flat. Okay, this is a heavy, heavy trend in college football. I don't know when this started. I'd say about 2 or 3 years ago we started seeing this, okay? Not your standard automatic swing pass. That is a pure progression read. If they hard bail, we spit that thing out into the flat. We want to run after the catch, okay? I thought this was a really, really good job here by Braylon Conley. Now, look, I don't pretend to be some kind of cornerback specialist. I'm not a guy that's absolutely like the best in the world at doing this. However, I did see that Isaiah Canyon tried to touch him first, didn't he? Okay, and here's what I love about what Braylon Conley does right here. He traps that arm, okay? If that wide receiver wants to touch you, take your overhand and take your hand and pin that thing down. If he wants to touch you, in other words, he's not getting him back. And he's not going to get it back the rest of the snap, okay? We suck that thing in with our left arm. We trap that bracing arm from Canyon. And guess what? When he leaps up for this football, he has no opportunity to take that right hand and get it back into the equation. So you're probably sitting at home going, why didn't he elevate for that football? He can't. His arm's pinned down because he was goofy and touched me with it. If you touch me with it, you ain't getting it back, okay? You touch me first, trap is mine. All right, so now you're going to have to play with one arm. I thought it was a really, really, almost like a vet move right there from Braylon. You see it, Jonathan? How he locked that right arm in there, and you ain't getting that sucker back, dude. Okay? If you want to touch me, it's gone. You have eliminated that arm for the snap. Great rep right there by Braylon Conley, okay? Let's go to 222. Guys, no replays today. We got to be fast. I got 3.5 pages of notes, and we only got about an hour before I'm due for another radio interview, okay? So we got to go. Here we go. Tough run by Peanut right here. Really, really tough run. Let's watch this. 2nd and 10. Okay, we received contact at about the 2 right there, Jonathan, right? Hey, keep driving those feet, driving those feet, driving those feet. I know Quintavious about to pick you up and slam you down, but that's all right. Forward progress. We received contact at 2nd and, at the 2-yard line. We picked up 6. Okay, that's big-time stuff for Peanut. Also, I felt like they manufactured these touches for him. I don't know if you noticed that, Jonathan. But, hey, he probably scored on that first short yardage goal line rep, and they lined it right back up on the 1 and made him do it again, okay? So I think they're trying to get Peanut to do some of this dirty yards Nate stuff that we saw all year last year, right? We're like, hey, Nate, can we pick our head up and find that big old crease hanging out on the backside? No, dirty yards, right? And it turned him into a better back by the end of the year. We started to meld those two things together. If we can meld Dwight's explosiveness and give him some gritty touches, we might have something right here in number 20, and they think they certainly do, okay? So I love that. Also, love this rep by Zakai Helton. I'm going to keep calling him Zaki if I'm not careful. I think this young kid, number 55, Jonathan, I think he's got a really, really natural understanding for not just who my responsibility is, but how to best win against my responsibility, okay? And here's what I mean. We're working zone to our left. It's really hard with this TV copy. He is back here at right guard. All right, Joshua Horton is going to press his frontside A gap, and then try to bounce into backside B gap. But the play is running to the left, right, Jonathan? If he wants to go backside on my right, all I got to do is wall him off, put my butt in the hole, right? And then the back's got a crease to run through. That's exactly what Zakai does right here. Watch. Joshua Horton gets upfield. Okay, we can see us back here walling that off. Do you see that? Almost looks like a box out. But instead his chest is up to the player, okay? So same thing here. I think we've got a really, really natural understanding of what's going on here. Already stepping up onto the toes of the linebacker, already working up to the toes of the linebacker over here with Juan Gaston, okay? Whew. Man, all right. I was watching this, Jonathan. Okay, I want you to watch this player right here. We're trying to run a little rollout right here and try to get lost in the football really, really early in this play. Downset hut, pull the football. There's the read to the tight, okay? Watch, we're gonna spin this back, and I want y'all to watch how cloudy this window gets from number 19 and how quickly it gets, meaning how quickly 19 sees, oh, there goes the tight end to the flat, and how quickly he makes Gunner realize I probably shouldn't throw that ball because he's undercutting the piss out of it right now, sprinting to the rock. Okay, let's start it back from the top, and you can see. Watch 19. Why? Here comes the tight end across, immediately downhill right now, right, Jonathan? Now we're going to close that space even more. By the time the quarterback's ready to throw, we're in the hip pocket, okay? When I heard Kirby say yesterday he's a great chase player, he's a great pursuit player, he's a little bit undersized, but man, he plays with tremendous effort. Plays like this popped into my head, right? Like where you're covering so much ground that tight end to the flat now, who, by the way, is motioning and sliding before the snap, it's got leverage on you for us to close that space and be that big of a denier that quickly. That's what came to my mind. Kirby's post-game comments where he's like, hey, this guy covers a bunch of ground, right? Prime example right there. Ultimately forces a punt, though. I ain't seen a soul hit Gunnar Stockton and not give up at least a yard falling forward of contact. So I think that was a little bit of a fugazi punt call, but nonetheless. All right. Come on back over. Stand with me, 14. We got to let somebody else play. All right. We don't watch too many punts around here. I didn't think there was anything worth noting there. All right. Let's move on. Now. All right. Let's talk about it. Jonathan, if we call Fox, right? Fake screen verticals. We're trying to hit a shot, right?
Yep.
We're trying to hit a runner too, right? We're trying to give a good ball to a wide receiver and have him go for an explosive. That's what we got right here. We got the fake screen and go. All right, Ethan Barbour is going to bend right into this window right here, and it's about to get massive because for some reason these three football players continue to flow towards pro throw even after the fake pump over there has already been established. Now, boom, we're running into a vertical, and oh my God, if that ball is out in front of our face right now instead of at our shins and in the ground, that's Ethan Barbour running with leverage against, I think that's Boogie, all right? So he's probably going to get tackled pretty quickly, but he should have an opportunity to run after the catch right here, at least 4 or 5, maybe 6 yards. Who knows? We got great tight ends at Georgia. Might break a tackle and go somewhere, all right? But instead, it's an incompletion. That ball is dirted at his feet, all right? Watch it again from the tight. Boom. Also, we didn't even give our eyes to the fake screen, did we, Jonathan? Okay? So here's how probably this should work. It should be, whoop, oh no, it's a screen. So we should come over here, we should pump that thing, get our eyes back on that nickel, reset our feet, and be ready to throw that football breaking backwards, inwards, towards us. But we didn't even put our eyes on. We didn't give our eyes or a pump over here into the flat, okay? And it's still wide ass open, and we're losing the nose, dirting it a little bit. Think we get a replay here? Yeah, we do, okay? Back foot's up. Too late to clean him up mechanically in the middle of the spring. We got to do that January through February, right, Jonathan?
Yep.
Can't once we start seeing bullets, baby, we can't be changing the gun. All right. All right, here we go. 2nd and 10, right, Jonathan?
Yep.
Okay, we are calling this play. We are calling this concept right here. Boom, boom. We are calling this concept right here to get a completion on 2nd and 10. All right, because we're trying to get back to 3rd and manageable. Okay. He doesn't like this front side progression. I'm okay. All right. I don't know why you don't like this, but I wouldn't throw it either. If you're not comfortable, don't throw it. But what are we doing already?
Starting to bail.
Yeah, we're already panic bailing right now. What are they doing defensively, Jonathan? They're hard bailing, aren't they? What looks really, really promising right now? If we don't like this front side read, what should we be doing?
Checking the ball down.
Yeah, we should be coming back over here, checking the ball down to the back on 2nd and 10. Because I don't know if you watched what Dante Dowdle's been doing today or is about to do today, but Dante Dowdle versus the freshman Riddick out there with, I don't know, what's that, 14 yards of grass? That's 3rd and 2, bare minimum. It's 3rd and 2, bare minimum. Instead, we're going to put our eyes down, all right? We're going to run right into pressure and right into a sack, okay? And when we look at it this way, I mean, good God almighty, right? It's still there. So here's the deal. We didn't like the front side progression. I'm okay with that. All right. I don't know how these guys are taught, top, bottom, bottom, top. I don't know if he's taught to read the spray to Ethan right now. I don't know what he's taught. I would imagine he's taught to read this option, okay? Because I would imagine he's got a stick. He can go in or out right here depending on leverage of the linebacker. He works, he works out. We don't like it. Right now, boom, click over to the hot. Spit that thing out. Let's run. Let's go. Okay? Instead, we take a sack. Now, Okay, now what happens? Now we're in 3rd and 12, right, Jonathan? Now everybody in the stadium knows what? We're throwing the football, right? It's a spring game at Georgia, so they probably know we're throwing the football anyways, all right? But it's 3rd and 15. Now, when I watch this at G-Day, I'm like, why are we calling plays for a 5-yard completion on 3rd and 15? Then I watch the tape, and I'm like, oh, we didn't. We had another one. All right, this guy's going to run wide ass open in the middle of this field. Now, pre-snap, Jonathan, the middle of the field looks what? Closed, right? Middle of the field looks closed, but both of them are on the hash. Might end up being split safety defense. Middle of the field might be wide ass open if we're not careful. Just because the ball's on the right hash, it makes it look like this guy's closing the field. But hey, post-snap, they might do that, right? So if we got something working in there, it might be good. All right, we might want to look there first, okay? Because it is, again, 3rd and 15. It is 3rd and 15. It is 3rd and 15. It is 3rd and 15. Okay? Now, what I don't know, okay? And I don't want to be critical. I don't know. I don't know where the safety's at. Right. You know what I mean? I have no idea where he's at. I don't have the all 22. I would imagine if he's doing his responsibilities as a half-field player, he's probably trying to get over the top of the vertical, isn't he? Unless we're megged over here. I don't know. Were we in 2x2? He's covered 7 principles. Might give him no help. No, we're in 3x1. So he probably is meg over here, Jonathan. That safety is rolling over there. All right. So, upon further review, good check down. You agree?
Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes you got to watch this multiple times. Yeah, that's man coverage all day. Okay. And that safety is rotating heavy out of the picture already. All right. Good check down here. Every once in a while, you got to double check yourself. Even though, god dang, dude. I need to see the all 22. Because 22 to me, the frontside safety, Todd Robinson right here, Jonathan, he looks like he's opening up big time that way. And this route from Ethan ends up right here. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Damn you, ESPN. Also, his body language from 9. 9 was frustrated all day. I felt like 9 thought he could have got the rock 24/7 on Saturday. All right, here we go. Let's go to 707. All right, here's what I was watching. Now, there's a corner that ran out here with him, Jonathan. But somebody, mark my words, somebody's going to be dumb enough to run a linebacker out there against Peanut. Somebody this year. Somebody's going to do it, and they're going to be like, hey, cover 1, and they're just going to call it. They're not going to pay attention to who's in the backfield, and they're going to motion that sucker to empty. And watch this, okay? Watch this get off. Watch this vertical. People forget, Dwight Phillips was a slot receiver in high school. Dwight Phillips won 7A, I think 2 years in a row in the 100-meter here in the state of Georgia. Dwight Phillips is a 10-1-9 100-meter runner, 10-3 consistent 100-meter runner. Watch this down here on the bottom. Don't pay attention to nothing else. Just know somebody's going to get barbecued out here this year, okay? I would be very, very cautious as a defensive coordinator of putting anything in front of that, okay? Anything. Hell, this is in a deep third, and I think his ass gets into a window and gets ran by if he's not careful. I mean, we're slacking off down here because we got a back in front of us, but let me see you 2 plays in a row out of a 7-play series as a cover 3 corner. Let me see you let Dwight Phillips get in your backside window. You know what I'm saying? As a cover 3 corner. Let me see that. Because as soon as I do, ball's in the air, he's going to run by you about 10 or 15 yards. All right? Because you're going to have to be like, re-catching up to a kid running 10-3. Not going to happen. Good on-time rip right there from Gunner. I thought Gunner's ball placement on Saturday, Jonathan, was phenomenal. We're not going to talk a lot about him today, but I thought where he put the football down the field was really, really crucial and key. Okay? Hey, I really like this action, by the way. I really like this action because they've been truck tossing out of side saddle. I just threw a bunch of jargon at you. They've been throwing the ball on truck toss with the back here, right, Jonathan? All right, and then just giving it to me. And then if they wanted to give something different, they would reverse that way. How about doing this out of pistol? Watch this action from these 2 guys. Also, I think they give us a cross action from 13 here. Yeah. Look, cross action, quarterback opening to his left. Watch what happens to this linebacker. Okay, he's going to take himself completely out of the play right here just because of flow. See that right there? He's cooked. He took 2 steps left. The ball's going right. He's cooked. All right? Look at all this grass out here. I like this. Just a little tweak, I think. They might have done it. Do you remember them spinning out a pistol and running toss like that?
I can't remember.
Yeah, number 14, Mr. Dinkins. We talk about KYP all the time. Know your personnel. KYBC. Know your ball carrier, son. Know your ball carrier. We got to take better angles against number 20. All right? But somebody's going to do this year. Somebody's going to oopsie daisy this sucker right here. Now, they do it later and they blow it up because Gentry Williams is in a white jersey. I'm here to tell you right now, Gentry Williams did not tackle Dwight Phillips. He was going to run it down the sideline for 45, 50 yards. Same thing here. Like 14, we got to get our head across on this guy or we'll die. All right? And we'll die because we got bad angles and he's super, super fast. Also love the physicality late at the end of that tackle. I felt like he's running hard. All right? They've been telling him we got to get hard runs from you, Peanut. All right? Now, loved listening to Gunner after the game. I said, hey, man, I ask all players this during the offseason. Hey, what were some areas of growth you recognize in your game that you have to get better at, and how did you go about approaching those, right? And his first thing was, hey, I got to get better at pocket management, right? Not dirtying up pockets that are dirty, not running into myself into pressure. Got to get better at climbing pockets, all that good stuff. It's a great rep of this right here. This is what we talk about when we say, got to climb that pocket, got to get vertical through that sucker. JJA doing a really good job converting run to pass. Swipe those hands down on Ernest Green. Anytime Ernest is in this position, I'm going to tell you right now, not going to recover. All right, not going to recover. Just God didn't bless him that way. All right, he kind of got to play it perfect out there at left tackle to win at a really, really high rate. Good thing is he does it most of the time. But we're cooked right now, right? Unless we're super juicy at the quarterback position. We got an ability to rip up, give a good +1 move. Rip up, give a good plus move, get back inside that pocket, and let that thing eat. It's a good job right there by 14. Okay? I wish I could see what they actually ran in terms of route concepts, but it looks like we got almost a double. No, they never switched the release. We just got 2 guys pushing vertical over there into a zone window and ended up finding somebody running naked. I'm cool with the ball too. All right, I'm really cool with the ball. Want to up and away, pirouette him this way. Do not run him back into that way. If we got anywhere to go after the catch, it's probably out here. It's a good job. Great job, Craig. Man, I just really wish I could see what they were actually doing. It's like a post and a pivot out there, maybe. Let's go to 10-18. We're not going to watch every snap, guys, just because some of these rundowns, man, I just can't see anything. Like even this. I know what I'm looking at, but I don't know if you guys can actually see what I'm looking at. Okay, that's Elijah Griffin. All right, this is called 90, keeping 9 clean. All right, the job of a defensive lineman at Georgia is not to create massive amounts of havoc. That's a bonus. If you can do that, thank you. But your job is to keep Glenn Schumann's crew clean. That's your job. Your job is to make sure 9, 19, 30, 5, they get to run unabated to the ball. And when they do, the other team will not have a run game. They just won't. And this is a prime example of this. Elijah Griffin consumes, all right, the entire interior of this offensive line, right? 73 and 55 or whoever the hell that is in there in the middle. They are attempting to double team number 90, and they are not going to move him, all right? And now guess what? We got number 9 showing up into this front side A gap, all right, completely unevaded. There he is. Boom. All right, and you can kind of see this from the tight because they actually gave us a replay here. For some reason, they decided they were going to replay this thing guard to guard. I'm talking about the tightest ass replay you've ever seen. Okay, all day long they were doing this stuff. So you really still can't see nothing. But what you can see is a little bit of black jersey right here, Jonathan, and a whole lot of red mass in there focused on that. Now, who that is number 90. All right, that's Elijah Griffin, big EG in there. And guess what? He's still getting loose, Jonathan. That's him squeaking out of there somehow, some way. And number 9, his linebacker running free. All right? We talked about it all offseason. If they are going to be what we think they can be on defense, 90's got to go from really good player to holy hell, what do we do with that today? And based off Kirby's comments last year or Saturday, that's exactly what it's going to be. He said Elijah Griffin is not the same player he was last year. I also thought that was poignant to me. And then having him say about a true freshman and Ty Boogie, I will just find out where we need him to play and where we're not good enough, and then we'll let Ty play there. Excuse me, sir? You said what about a freshman? You're just going to find out where you're not good enough, and you're going to play him there. Oh, okay. A little different breed right there from that kid. Let's go to 1242. Hey, good spit right here. Is this Ryan Montgomery? This is. Okay, good spit right here. Hey, he was the read. Let's take it back to the top. You'll see Anthony Crua. I believe that's Crua, number 13, Jonathan. Crua commits himself to the box right here. They're super committed to the box, right? They're super committed to the box. They really only have 4 secondary defenders, and they're split on the left side and the right side, right? We got good numbers out here. We got a lead blocker, all right, and we got pro throw out here. Now, the only problem is that's Ty Boogie. Ty Boogie ain't your everyday corner, all right? Ty Boogie about 210, and he going to run through a face out there, all right? I'd say Ty Boogie's probably 205, you know. Jonathan, did we ever see, I know they always talked about it with Starks. They talked about it with KJ, but we never actually saw them go out there and play corner, right? Mm-hmm. I was talking to somebody yesterday. I was like, I put him in that category, at least from Kirby's point of view. Kirby puts him in that category. Kirby talks about this kid, Tyreek, like he is the next Malachi Starks, like he is in the category of KJ Bolden. And none of those guys ever got the opportunity to play corner. Now, maybe they were never that thin, but this kid, you talking about he's been here 30 practices, and they got him playing safety on one day, corner on the next. Oh, shit, coach, you need me to play star? Yeah, I'll figure that out too. Not normal. Not normal. Not as long as we've been covering this team. Not normal. Okay? Hey, 80, you're a big dude. All right, you are a big dude. You're a big dude so much so that nobody's ever in that nickel spot, nobody's ever going to get in your space. They're too worried about you. All right, they're going to be worried about you. And based off defensive alignment, like you're going to get a lot of space in that nickel as opposed to outside the numbers. So when we catch this ball, we have to get north and south. All right, I don't know if y'all can tell, but it's 2nd and 8. So if we get tackled short of the sticks right here, it's 3rd and short. And what happens if we, fumble a pitch on 3rd and short, which we're about to do? We're going to turn the ball over on downs, or we're going to have to punt the football. All right, so hey, you're a big boy. All right, this is no longer, I'm not trying to do this, but this is no longer Bowden. All right, in Bowden, we might be able to get flat, outrun this guy, and then beat this guy to the angle, to the pile line. We might be able to do that. But it's SEC football, it's college football right now. When you pluck and catch a slant, get your ass north to south right now. Go pick up some sticks. Because, again, I promise you, nobody wants to hit you. You're too damn big, all right? So we don't need to be getting flat. We need to be getting north to south, all right? And here's why. Now, this is hindsight 2020, all right? But, again, we get on the ball. We have a high snap from Malachi Tolliver. All right, now Montgomery's all effed up. Now he throws it behind him. Now we got Bo Walker. I almost called him Herschel. We got Bo Walker looking at the defense before he catches the football. That's not going to end well, is it? Boom. Ball gets put on the turf. Now we got a TFL. Had to fall on it, punt the football. All right? So those are just little minor execution things that we don't even have to present ourselves to if we just, get north to south on 2nd down. I know we're always trying to make a play after the catch, but sometimes we don't need to, okay? Let's go to 15-18. I think what most people forget about Jonathan, is I thought he was going to come to college and play corner or safety. Like, he's as big as most safeties, okay? In fact, he's going to end up, like, at the end of this play, standing next to KJ Bolden, and you'll realize they're almost identical body types, okay? In fact, I would argue Jonte is way bigger. Like, he's taller, longer, okay? Look at those arms. Look how long those arms are. Anyways, so what I say about this is I don't think Craig realized, oh, damn, that's a big man. He pushed his ass right out of bounds real quickly. By the time we see them in the frame, I mean, that's all body presence. That's all size. That's all. I tried to get through your outside shoulder. I wasn't fast enough to stack you, and now I'm just getting ridden out of bounds because you're 6'2", 205. You know what I mean? We got a time check, John? I feel like I'm going way long.
20 minutes.
Oh, we're good. We're good. I'm moving pretty decent pace today. I'm telling you. 5 was twitchy. He was bouncy. He was bowling ballish. He was all of it. And I didn't think it was going to look all that good in 5. I ain't going to lie to you. But it looks good. It looks good. All right? I'm talking about thick, bro. We got muscles everywhere on this kid. How about this right here, Jonathan? Number 56 and number 30. Specifically number 30. Number 30 right here, Terrell Foster going to get a good, clean look at us. And he going to miss us. We spun out of him. And I don't know if you noticed this, but on Nasir Johnson falls on his face right here as well because we spin him on his head top. Look at this. Whoop, there goes 56. He on the ground. Just something to note here for anybody over 300 pounds. Never leave your feet on a ball carrier. Ever. No need. Just wrap him up and how about run your feet instead of putting your helmet on him and just going dead body pose. I don't know what that is. Let's not do that. Let's run our feet through contact, all right? But this number 5, he tough. Boom. Spin off those 2 guys. Oh, here's number 3, one of our best defensive players. No chance. All right. Oh, here comes number 14, one of our best open field tacklers. Bad angle. All right. There comes number 4, finally getting us down on the ground. All right. So we made some of our best defensive players right here whiff and miss. Love that rep from Chauncey. Just get up, hand the ball to the referee, keep it moving, keep it pushing. Ain't no none of that bullshit. Just playing ball today. I see Riddell in there, right? Always efforting, always straining. Let's go to 1705. All right, so this is that swing screen again, Jonathan. Well, it's not a screen, right? We got this clear out. We got this late spit with a lead blocker, okay? But here's what I'm going to say. We've ran this, right? We've ran this once or twice. We've shown the defense. They've seen it all spring. They're comfortable. They know what they got. They're reacting, right? They're reacting heavy, aren't they? What do we got coming behind this, Jonathan? Look at Elias. I don't know if y'all can see that. Look at Elias. Look at the grass. Now, hey, look. Again, can't go wrong. We spit the ball out of Dwight Phillips with God knows how much grass out there and a lead blocker. There's no wrong answer here. It's a very well-designed football play, despite the fact that everybody wants to give shit. But, I mean, it's 15, 16, 17-yard gain right here to one of our most explosive ball carriers after the catch. I'm just saying, the tight end was running the grass too, okay? Now, I could be wrong. I'm probably not. Could be wrong. Probably not. I think we're running duo this way. Okay. So everybody's got their zone and their gap inside. All right. We're taking double teams up to the next level. But most importantly, if we're running the ball to the right, we're going to take a 6-inch step with our right foot. Okay. If we have a 7 tech like Joseph Jonah Jonye over here, and he shows any presence, he's ours. If the guy in B gap from C gap, if the guy in C gap runs from C gap to B gap, he's no longer ours. Do we all understand? We got our inside gap. Okay. Now watch what happens right here to 99. Okay. Now I really, really wish I had the back cut for this so I could actually show you what's going on. But do you see that little hesitation right there from 10 about whether or not 99 is my guy? The answer is yes, he is your guy. Okay. Because Ernest Green in the left guard, I don't know if y'all can see these guys, but these 2 guys are working up to Terrell Foster. 7 is working up to 7. We have nobody left for 99 over here. And by the way, we're not boot reversing him either. Okay, it's a traditional handoff right here. We got to block the end man on line of scrimmage. Chauncey's expecting a chance to bounce this ball back, Jonathan, but nobody's blocking the backside end. Do you see that? He wants to hit this off the crease, off the backside, but we can't because 99 is hanging out right there. Great tackle, 3. I think we had a bust right there. Could be wrong, but I think we had a bust. We don't like busting, right?
No.
We like busting assignments, right, Jonathan?
No, we do not.
Head out of the gutter. Hey, this little ain't seen it since.
Oh.
Buddy, this was pure, wasn't it? This was pure. Ain't seen this one. Ain't seen this one since ain't gonna say it, just gonna write it. Okay? Ain't seen this one since them two. All right? And we already tweeted about this one. Already got the overlays made. I mean, good God almighty. This block right here. Look at that length on that joker. You know what I mean? Poor Zach Fort, who, by the way, I thought had a good G-Day for a first G-Day for a nickel star. One, how about go get the safety, too? Two, you ain't catching me, running by you. Now, we've always said it about this guy. He runs kind of like him. I'm not saying he is moving at the speed, but he looks like him when he runs. I mean, Jesus Christ, Elias. Somebody said, who is number 10? I said, number 10 is the future tight end number 1 in the 2028 NFL draft class. That is who that is. That is a monster. I didn't realize, hey, go be a big body. I think you know what I love about Kirby? Kirby talked, and sources did too, they talked all spring about Riddell. He was practicing hard, making plays. I heard things like, it's clicking finally, things like that, right? And what do? They get to the spring game, they reward the SOB. That's, oh yeah. They did the same thing last year for Zachariah Branch. Remember that? Mm-hmm. Reward him, man. If you're gonna go up to your team every single or at the end of the spring and be like, hey, y'all need to start practicing like 23. Well, give them some shine out there in the G-Day game too. Some of this stuff I do believe to be not manufactured. It's probably the best call for that situation, but we're trying to give people a bone every once in a while. Can we just get him one of these this year without letting the world know that he's in to do this? You know what I mean? Don't James Cook him, all right? Where we just, every time James Cook's in jet motion, we're like, hey, jet sweep time, all right? So maybe not that, but this dude pretty juicy with the rock in his hand, man. This guy can go. You know he had a full ride to Indiana?
Really?
Yeah. He was committed, had a full ride to Indiana, chose to walk on to Georgia. They knew what they were doing. You know what I mean? Like they obviously, they have some scouting abilities that are a little bit beyond, I just found a 25-year-old in the portal. They got something going on. I thought that was a bullshit hold on 87, by the way. Look, they called a hold on this tight end right here.
Lincoln Keys.
Yeah, like, come on, dog. That's not a hold.
Yeah.
That is not a hold. That back line judge saw like one little piece of jersey and he's like, oh, my opportunity to shine. Nah, dog. Put it in your pocket. All right. Now, this to me is a critical miss. Jonathan, what coverage are they in?
They got one safety over the top, so man coverage.
Yep, and all the alignment and eyes telling you man coverage, right? Safety over here, apexed on the attached tight end. We see that? So, no offense, do not take offense to this. I ain't never played college football producer over there who's just sat in on meetings with me for the last 7 years knows that that's man coverage. Okay. Is anybody running with the back, Jonathan?
Oh, no.
Has anybody ran with the back yet, Jonathan?
No.
What should we do, Jonathan?
Give it to the running.
We should throw the damn ball to the back. We should. Because Nick Abrams is busting. All right? Or the corner's busting. Somebody, I would assume it's Nick Abrams. Nick Abrams is probably supposed to run with that running back over there. Definitely not the safety running out there because we have flipped corner over to the field, right? Because they're in 3-by-1 with a nub. So we got a safety over here and both corners and the nickel over here. So the linebacker's supposed to run with that running back. Now, why is it important? It's fourth down. It's fourth down. We're trying to convert. And we threw into a three-man window with the damn running back butt naked out there. Okay? You know what that tells me? Pre-snap, predetermined, I'm going here. Ethan's my guy. Ethan's my best option. He's running the hitch on stick. Let's run it right now. Let's just put it on his face no matter what it is. No, we got wide-ass people over there. That is a tight window. Great play, Nick, but bad play, Nick. You know what I mean? One of them positive, negative type plays. Yeah. Great breakup, but damn, dude, we busted what should have been a touchdown. Okay? .25 flat. So I showed you 90, keeping 9 free, right? How about 90, keeping 19 free? Which, by the way, if we keep anybody free, if we keep this guy free all year, my God, is he going to show up to the ball fast, okay? He gets to the rock quick. Look, nobody touching him, right? That right tackle, Josh Jackson, has no chance, okay? The moment Elijah Griffin comes over here and swallows these two humans up, 19's going to make this play. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it, okay? When we keep our linebackers free, they will run to the rock and tackle you for +3. It's just the way it is, okay? So you're naturally going to be inefficient in the run game if we can't move down linemen, all right? And you ain't moving that guy. 25-35. He wins. He wins. He wins. We go 3 for 4 right here on this rush package, okay? By the way, we've been going, 35 minutes? 30 minutes?
Yeah.
This is his second possession. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we had no chance. I'm not trying to defend the kid, but there is no chance to work a lather. There's no chance to get into a rhythm. Okay? It's not like, hey, we take a series, shit, we got a punt, and now we give it back. No, it's we take a series, damn, I had 3 plays, we got a punt. Now the next time my team gets the ball back, Ryan runs out, Montgomery runs out there, and then we keep flip-flopping. We're flip-flopping every 4th possession. So there's no way to get into a rhythm. All right, and then the 4th, we're taking the 4th play of our spring game at 11:21 in the second, and the 4th snap is going to be immediately guys getting home on rush. Like, again, I'm not defending the kid. I'm just saying you don't need to go to your Twitter timeline and be like, oh, well, it's time to give up all hope on so-and-so. No, don't be doing that. Great rushes. Great rushes from everybody, okay? Really good rushes. Is that Joshua Horton in there? Who is? Oh, that's Elijah Griffin. Should have known. All right. Zakai. Ooh, that's a big boy, huh? And they're throwing him around a lot. I do think we recovered, though, 55. I think playing hard right here at right guard keeps us, maybe with a chance right here as he goes to elevate, but that is a sack. Okay. 26-19. Now, this has been, I wish I had like obvious answers for this. I would maybe maybe Lanning back in the day. But this isn't even a sim pressure. What they're going to do here is they're going to add one of these two to become a 4-man rush. Hell, I think they might bring them both. But then they're going to drop this guy into the boundary, all right, into the short side of the field. And more importantly, not hook curl drop him, Jonathan, but almost like QB spot tip drop him. Watch this right here. They're going to drop him right into a throwing window, and they're going to tell him, hey, float right where the eyes of the quarterback are and just sit there. You know what I mean? Quintavious is not in a hook curl zone. This is a quarterback spy play for the tip. This is what this is. If he escapes, go tackle him. If not, stay in his window, be 6'5", 255 pounds, and be hard to throw around, and that's exactly what he is. And in actuality, it's McLeod who gets the tip right here, okay? But I'm here to tell you, Ryan, I don't know if we're ever throwing that ball into that window and getting that thing completed. You know what I mean? And I don't think that's on you. I think that's a great defensive call, and it's unfortunate that that's what happened to us on this series. You know what I mean? Sometimes, as I say all the time on this channel, Sometimes you just got to tip your cap and go on to the next play, right? Say, hey, good rep. Let's go on. Don't do that. Don't do that. Head up, jog off. Head up, jog off. Come on. A lot of that in young players, you know? A lot of that in young players. He's the one I pointed out. Again, I told you, no hard feelings today. We're just hard coaching. That's all. No hard feelings, just hard coaching. Okay? 2806. All right, I loved this. I don't know who this receiver is, but I love this rep from these two football players. Just a lot of strain right here from 9, and I think it's 85. I want to say that's Ryan Mosley. I can't quite tell. All right, but this is really, really good effort and strain from these two football players. Watch 9 throughout the entire rep right here. Then we'll go back and I think watch 85. Watch 9. Just strain, 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 boom. Get him past, let Dowdle give a stiff arm to him. Watch the young receiver right here. I think it's a young receiver. Okay, watch him, boom. Is that pro throw? No. That's 85. I think that's 85. That's Mosley. Anyways, it's a great rep right here by Dowdle. And it's well blocked. That's why we love pin and pull. All right. But here's what I'll say. Jonathan, watch this stiff arm. It doesn't seem like much. Okay, but that right there. Okay, we just touched Isaiah Gibson in the chest just a tad bit. At 230 pounds, we gave him a little just watch him. Boom. It's a 270 or 265 pound human. We just touched him and knocked him off of his path when he was trying to tackle us. And then, you get your ass ran over too. Here's what's crazy about this guy. You kind of have to find 9 to 10 touches for him. And I'm not talking about 3rd and 1 touches either. Like if you look at this kid's box score and then look at his tape from Kentucky, you don't come away thinking this is thunder. You come away thinking this is lightning. And then you look at him in the room and you're like, whoa, who's the big dude? The big dude is lightning? That doesn't make sense. So I think you see this 6'2", 230-pounder and you want to make him this like short yardage back. No. He's a feature like, not a primary feature, but he is like a feature in like a rap song. You give him 90 seconds, dude. He finna set the track off. You know what I mean? Stiff arm right there. Just knocking him off. I didn't see much from the young edges, Jonathan. I'm not going to lie to you. But, what are you going to do? Let's go to 29.55. Skipping some stuff here, guys. Oh, I like this. When they took the Lonin kid, I think this is Anthony Lonin, right? He's from Athens, Clark County. He's right down the street. Played 3-tech in high school. He's a defensive tackle. When they took him, I thought, okay, maybe they think this might be Aaron Donald. A little sawed-off 3-tech, nobody can really block, twitchy as hell, a problem on there in the interior of the defensive line. Little did I know they were going to play him at defensive end. Watch how twitchy this rap is, Jonathan. This kid's like 6 foot, maybe, 270 pounds is what it feels like. This kid can move, though. Watch him. Wrap, close, boom. Yes, sir. I like that. I like that prospect way more knowing that we're actually going to play him outside a little bit. I don't know if he has the length to play out there, but he definitely can use his athleticism and power out there on the edge. All right, this was funny. I don't know what Mike Bobo's got against you, Gentry Williams, but he don't like you. All right? Either he was told to go after your ass or he just don't like you. This is 2 plays in a row. 2nd and 10. We're going to try to hit him with Hugo right here, Jonathan. We're going to try to hit him with a little hitch and go at the top of the screen. Hitch and then go. And, buddy, we are on top of that. All right, so we got the hitch and go, don't we? We got the double move. We locked it down. All right, next play, 3rd and 10. All right, here comes Talon Taylor. Now, hey, to hell with the double move. Just see if you can run by him. All right, we tested his discipline. Now let's test his long speed. We're going to fail the long speed portion of the discussion, but I thought that was funny. I don't think it was Mike. I can almost guarantee you Kirby Smart on the headset was like, hey, we're going to give Gentry a series here. I want y'all to attack him right quick, see what he's got. Boop. There it goes. What's your first down celebration, Jonathan?
I have no idea.
I think I would be a rock the baby guy. Yeah, big slime. Little Carson Beck shout. Yeah. 3250. Wait, hold on. 3411. My bad. What's going on with my head here? Oh, I want to go back. My bad. I forgot somebody. Linton. Linton's winning right now, by the way. Watch this rush. This against a good football player in Juan Gaston. We're going to flash hands, get low, dip, and get up underneath this thing. Look, right there. We are in that face, aren't we? Mm-hmm. I need you to win now, 85. You have to win now a lot this year, okay? Especially now. All right, no way. No way you blew this dead. That kid is not tackling him. He's not tackling him. And if you don't blow that dead, he's running down the sideline right now for a touchdown, okay? So I thought that was crazy, especially when you see the replay. We showed you this. Riddle had full pads on in an attempt to do it and couldn't get that done. Ain't nobody getting that done. You got to outside in him. You cannot banana peel and tackle Dwight Phillips. It just will not happen, okay? I think 5 is going to be a problem, Jonathan. What's up with this extra bouncy, like, right here? We're going to jump up to make sure we stay in bounds. I've never seen this. Normally I see, like, the tightrope walk. Have you ever seen anybody jump, reset their feet back in bounds like that? Did you see that? Watch this. There's nobody over there. He jumps, gets right back in bounds to stay vertical so he can actually run and not tightrope. Huh. Do we get a replay? Look at this, right? There. Do you see that? Mm-hmm. I've never seen that. All right. I don't know your progression right here, bud. I don't know your progression right here. We got the shallow. We got the dig. I can't see anything over here. I'm just going to tell you right now, I love the dig window, especially on first. Well, I don't really care about down and distance right now. I care about what the defense is doing. Okay? What do you think, Jonathan? Mm-hmm. I mean, hell, the only person covering the dig right now is the freaking referee. Great tackle, Zach Fort. Great tackle, dude. Yep. Boom. Got a couple more plays here for you. All right. Go to 36-14. There's no doubt in my mind that, and I told you, my first primary objective was A, find out who the backup quarterback is, but B, find out who the Yakariah replacement is. And it doesn't have to be Zacoby White-Helton. It doesn't have to be a wide receiver. It doesn't have to be a slot receiver. It can be a ball carrier. It can be anybody. But I think Jaden Riddell earned it. I think Jaden Riddell, through this spring and through this spring game, has shown, okay, if we're going to throw anybody the ball at the line of scrimmage and get a touchdown, it might be 23. So we're going to do that a lot. We're going to give him opportunities to do this stuff right here. Look, he's going to catch this football, okay, and we're going to pick up 9 to 10 to 12, almost damn near score after the catch. I mean, like, guys, this is what changes being, all right, it's first and goal from the 9, getting tackled by that linebacker right there, and the sumbitch almost scoring. He's efforting everything he can to score 2. You know what I loved? He is very, very disciplined and listens to coaching, because most kids are going to try their best to stick the ball out. That guy listens to coaching too. They're going to try to stick the ball out. He does not. He just rides it out, lives to fight another day. Here's what I was talking about with those manufactured touches, Jonathan. This next attempt, I was standing right in the end zone, and I know because I'm right here, okay? This is a touchdown. And you can even see me. I'm like, hey, touchdown. It's a touchdown. The ball's well over the end line. It is a touchdown. But it's a spring game, right? And we have a 185-pound back that we want to toughen up or see if he can show some strength, see if he can show some toughness. It's first and goal. It's a touchdown. No, it's not. It's second and goal. Spot that joint again. Let's get another rep at it. Okay? I love this. This is using the spring game to manufacture opportunities to practice and simulate the game. That's the point of what we're doing. We're not coming out here, never mind, we're not coming out here messing around, okay? It's not what we're here to do. We're here to practice football as much as we possibly can. And guess what, Jonathan? Injuries are a part of football, okay? Injuries are a part of football. When people are like, oh, man, we got hurt today, we shouldn't be practicing. You got in a car accident today, don't ever drive again. You know what I mean? Like that's the way this is this sport. It's what happens. You got to pray it doesn't. You got to hope you got to do everything you can to avoid it. But we have to callous our bodies. We have to practice. We have to tackle. We have to block. We have to play the sport to get better at it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Okay? You know what one of my favorite Hard Knocks moments of all time is, Jonathan? Listening to Matt Campbell give that speech. Where in his first year as a Detroit Lions coach, he's like, trust me, I know what I'm doing. We have to callous our bodies. I'm not doing this just because I want to be an asshole. I'm doing this because the science says we have to, okay? One of my favorite speeches of all time from a football coach about being a physical football team. Hey, right guard, don't overset, please. Right guard, I don't know who it is. I want to say it's Marcus Harrison. I can't quite tell. We overset that 3 technique, and now we're getting beat now. And that's what causes this ball to be floated and elevated and just kind of thrown way too early and just put up in the air. Anytime we throw something way too early, we just, quote, throw it up in the air or what you know what I mean? It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad results. This reminded me a lot of the Kentucky interception from Puglisi, to be honest with you, Jonathan, where we know where we're going. We think we have a winner on this high corner against man coverage from Ethan, but we can't throw it firm because we have pressure in our face. Now we got to kind of float the football, and we end up throwing an interception. It's also a very much so a high school interception because no high school safety is ever getting from the far hash to outside the numbers on a high corner and picking the football off. But you're at the University of Georgia, and that's Todd Robinson, and he ran 10.8 in the 100. So he can cover that ground, and he does so really, really fluidly and effortlessly on this play. It's a lot of ground right there from Todd to get over there and make that play. We're spinning the safeties down, actually playing man-to-man coverage right here, and he's the high hole player, okay? Great play by 22. Was a little disappointed in the yak, though, baby. Like, you're a former offensive player. I thought she was going to crib. Let's go 48. All right, this is me being a nerd. All right, I don't know. I liked it. This is Craig Dandridge. He's looking at the quarterback. Do you see that, Jonathan? Mm-hmm. Put us back into. He's looking at the quarterback, eyes inside. Any idea what route he might be running?
Some type of curl or something?
You think he might be breaking in? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good guess. He's breaking out. He's running a speed out. Now, why would he keep his eyes inside if he's running a speed out in his own coverage? He's trying a lot of this guy, Jonathan. Because if I keep my eyes outside like I'm running that speed out, what's that corner going to do?
Press inside.
You're going to drive down right now and knock my freaking head off. All right? But if I'm running with my eyes inside and then I snap that speed out and I break my head or I snap my neck around and I turn my eyes ready for the football, guess who's not there to crack my face off? The corner. Because the corner's driven vertical now. Okay? Just a little nuance into the route running right there from a true freshman. Okay? Love seeing that. Okay? Tells me we're thinking. You know what I mean? We're not just out there just playing ball. We're out there thinking ball. We love that. Hey, I love this too. It's a great spot right here, 14. It's a great spot right here, 14. 81. Make the damn catch. Come on, dog. Duh. It's a great ball. It's a great ball. Make the catch. It's a great job by you creating the space too Also, Joseph Jono Jonier, DJO. Okay, DJO, don't jump off sides. It's 2 minutes. What are we doing? Come on, man. Got a free 5 on that one. It's another great spot right here. Talking about a tight window finder, Jonathan. Dear God. You know what I love about this play, too? No offense to Mr. Blackshear. I do not mean to offend, okay? Blanchard. It's hard not to offend when you don't even say the man's name right. I'm not here to offend, all right? But what I see when I see this is I see that no matter who the player is, it's the progression that matters. You know what I mean? We worked front side here, I think. Let's get this end zone cut right quick. All right, reading the safety right here is where our eyes look to be, right? Looks like we're locked in right now on KJ Bolden peeping his alignment. All right, as the play progresses, we don't like the tight end shallow cross. It's looking hairy. Boom, eyes on Blanchard, who might not ever play, but by God, that's a ball. You know what I mean? That's a one-spot dot right there. Good defense, Jonte. No defense for a great ball. 43-36. We got 3 plays left, guys. All right. Hey, CJ, Gunner, I have no fear about this during the summer. This is take another 10,000 reps, okay? Take another 10,000 reps. Go out there with your boys. Go out there with your corners. Give them good body presence and simulate this over and over again, over and over and over again. This, to me, is 2 guys on different pages. CJ has come from a world and a background where ain't a single solitary soul he can't run by. So he probably thinks every go ball is a go ball, not realizing that, hey, if I get to my top of my drop and you are even with that corner, I'm probably going to throw the back shoulder. It's not even leaving math anymore. You got to have a step for me to give you the ball in the air. All right? Do we have a step, Jonathan? No, we do not. So this ball's getting thrown to our back shoulder, and I don't think we're quick enough to react. All right? Don't think we're quick enough to react. Craig, another drop here, bud. Come on. Come on, Craig. I need those. I need those. 3rd and 18. Now, we're probably not going for it anyways, but I still need those. You know, we're probably punting the football on 4th and 8 ball at the middle of the field, but I would like to have the opportunity to make the decision. I mean, safety, nickel, corner, punt returner, kick returner. He can play running back if he needs to. Again, like Jonathan, I was high on him. He ended up being a my guy because the industry wasn't for some reason. But I wasn't even that high on him. Like, we're going to do everything. I think it's a great call and ball right here. Okay? Great call and ball right here. 2nd and 5. Okay, clock's running right now, Jonathan. We have 1 timeout left, which means if we use it, we better use it to clock the football and get the field goal team onto the field in 2 minutes, right? So here we are, 2nd and 10. We need an explosive, and we need an opportunity to stop the clock, and they're in man-to-man coverage. Field fade, or boundary fade right here to Ethan Barbour, right? Love the call. Love the execution. Love the ball. Great ball right here, Hezekiah. Great ball. Now here's the problem. Great ball. We get right back on the rock. We're trying to do a very similar thing, okay? Except this time, we're going to flip it. You're going to go vertical, and you're going to run the out because what? We're trying to get another 6 or 7 yards, all right, and get out of bounds, stop the clock, and we volleyball spiked that thing, okay? Out of nowhere. Thought it was the worst miss of the day, okay? But I think the only bad one he had, all right? The rest of the stuff is pretty good from Hezzy. I'd go Hezzy, not Buddha, but they go Buddha. All right. What did I put here? Up, not out. Oh, I know what I put here. All right. So, trying to go to a very similar thing right here. We got outside hitch. We got pro throw running the fade ball here now. In my experience with these types of football players, this is a 6'6", 230-pound freshman. Jonathan, do you think he's more comfortable spinning around quickly, catching one off of his shins, or spinning around, pirouetting, taking it away from his body, jumping up and using his size?
The latter.
Right? So if we're going to miss, let's miss out and up, not out and down. All right? First half thoughts?
I mean, pretty solid day. The running backs look really good.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest promising here from this first part film study.
Absolutely. We have the second part coming up. We haven't even seen Bryson Beaver in this study. It's going to be some good stuff coming from old 18. Hope you enjoyed it. Hit that thumbs up button. Love you. Bye.